What shows do you attend?
So, geobusiness every year. This year we also did plant work, which for the plant industry, so excavators, dozers, heavy machinery.
Plant works, do you mean in terms of like they planting the trees and taking them out and moving them, or plant works?
Plant is just heavy machinery like excavators, dozers, dump truck. All of that broadly is what plant.
Who creates the plans? So someone create the map, someone should create the plans first, and that then they import into the system.
Exactly right. So
who then creates the plan for them?
So they'll have a surveyor that goes out and does a topographical survey. Yeah. They create the model based on that.
Is it they work with 3D environment and they have a 3D models?
So it has to be 3D.
Has to be 3D model.
Yeah.
And then how do they get the 3D models?
The architect literally sends the design drawing in 3D to the guys who are building it. They load it up and they just dig it out. The first thing you've got to do is do a full utility survey we find out what's under the ground, and we put that into the model, and then it goes to the architect because that'll inform the design.
Before you start any work, you get topographical survey, then you get utility survey. The third stage is the design for any land.
Depending on the skills architect, they can make that into a full 3D design. If you don't do things properly and you do end up with lots of delays and things, you know, that unfortunately can be the end of you.
Can be the end of the business.
Yeah.
So planning is everything, and I do believe that proper planning is the foundation of any great business, any great project is the foundation of everything. Well, we have, for example, the person who worked on actually converting the scan data into a model or the 2D plans, but is someone else who looks at it.
Yeah.
Do you actually do newsletters?
Yeah, we do a monthly newsletter.
So what is that you share in your monthly newsletter?
Tech, really. What we've got, you know, as I said, with the YouTube thing, we're trying to make videos about how the equipment works, what you can do with it. So those are the sort of things we share. Try and make sure that it's relevant. There's nothing worse than being signed up to BAM, you know. I don't want to be that.
Yeah, this is 100%. Because the only way to do it is not like just buy. The correct way is actually educating, letting people know what's happening, what they can benefit, how to use, and literally like helping them out. Because when you help your client, when they need help, they go where? They go to you. And also, not everyone knows what they need. Not everyone knows what they need. If they know what they need, they just go and buy it. It's like, okay, do you have, what's the price? Can you deliver? That's it. But most of the times, they even don't know what they need, and they don't know why they need it, and they don't know what the benefits are. And just telling, you know what, this is what we're gonna help you to achieve this. This is what you're gonna save. This is what you're gonna gain. You know what? There is this opportunity. If you don't want to deal with it yourself, well, we are happy to help. If no, now at least you know. Yeah. And you let them choose.
How many have you got on your team
at the moment? At the moment is 4 full-time, and plus me is 5.
So we're a similar team size.
Yeah, but we have like I have office in Latvia.
Oh, really?
And the other person is in Philippines. So one is in Latvia, one is in Philippines. We are the ones who do the the job here. Because originally I had office in Latvia with 5 people. Before COVID, we had our own office space, and now we're going to be going next week to Latvia. So kind of doing like a catch up with the staff, so they are not by themselves.
Yeah.
But there's one lady, she works from home. We gave back the office because there's no point to pay because it's only one person. And my mind came this idea. If I already have an office in Latvia,
why not?
Because I am from Latvia, see, it was easy for me to structure, and this was a common sense to do it. In London, it's expensive. Back home, there was limited options, and I was like, why not to look in the globe? So I actually was looking for some people in Ukraine, and then I looked into different options, and found out through a recruitment agency good people in Philippines. So I have then one in Latvia, one in Philippines, and then we are here 3. Here sometimes we outsource like some freelance stuff as well.
As we were saying, you want to be able to say yes to things, right?
Yeah, but again, whatever happened wouldn't happen. I would not come up with these ideas for people working from home, employing people in other countries. I would not even think about this, because the natural tendency is because before we had an office on Old Kent Road, and everyone was working from office.
Yeah.
But during the COVID, we gave up the office.
And I'm sure there's lots of people that did the same thing, you know.
Yeah.
There's offices that are being refitted to be housing and stuff, which actually...
Well, you have office in Mitcham, yeah? But you need, because, well, equipment and everything.
We need to store the equipment, and we need space to service it. So we're never going to...
So how many you have in your sales team?
2 plus me. One doing machine control, purely. And then Kyle, who you met, he kind of specialises in reality capture, Matterport. He's also a thermographer.
Okay.
So thermal cameras.
So he sells, or he does the
he sells
service
them.
as well?
He'll do them if people need it. Yeah. He's a qualified thermographer, so he can...
Ah, okay. Did you thought about like doing like a YouTube channel?
We have a YouTube channel.
And I've seen it, yeah. But I mean, like some kind of like how to work with this equipment, for example.
Yeah.
Because that is what people will look for.
Yeah, we're putting up some... We do put up tutorials and things, but we need to do more, really.
Yeah. A new way to engage with people through YouTube, like you said, or is a social media, because when people have a question, it's hard to explain, it's easier to show.
We've got some really good product videos just showing what we do.
So what is the product that you would like to kind of push forward? Where do you see future in your business, like in your area?
I mean, I think the machine control for the diggers has so much potential. Completely transforms almost every single excavator on the street will have machine control. Yeah. Whereas over here, it's only the tier 1 contractors that are really using it on big infrastructure projects. But
the smaller ones, no. So what's the cost of setup for that excavator?
So ours is all in about 23 grand, and the market leaders, their market price is about 32.
So it's a big saver, big money saver. Okay, but how do you sell and how do you market this to your clients? You like, we will solve your delayed projects, so you'll be able to get more clients, or you're not gonna have to deal with like inaccuracies, or what is that, how you sell to your clients? What problem do you solve for them?
Delays waiting for surveyors to come out, inaccuracies because there's guesswork, rework because you didn't get it right first time. Yeah. All of that means that you cut down on the wear and tear on the diggers, you get the job done quicker. We had one client
plus the diggers probably is charging per hours, so you would spend less hours.
Yeah. Before getting machine control, quoted on the job, got it, expected to finish in 18 weeks. He finished it in 12 because of machine control. Off-hired all the dumpers, client was delighted.
Yeah.
You know, if you think you're not paying labour and equipment for 6 extra weeks.
It's a massive difference. So that's why it is very important for a client actually to find out what equipment the company is using who will be doing the digging. Because from a client's perspective, they're like, well, I need someone to dig it, they are digging, they're solving my problem, yeah? But then the company who is doing the digging, they need to have an advantage. But they don't pay for the project and they don't really care that the client spend more or less.
Yeah.
So what is that you solve for the digging company? So for example, I have my own diggers, I'm doing the job, clients are paying me, you come with this and say, look, Peter, this is what it's gonna change in my business.
It's gonna make it easier and safer to dig a hole, you know?
Valid point.
You're not gonna, your operator can work independently without having to get an engineer to come out. And site engineers are really difficult to find good ones, you know? Whereas with this, you can just have one good one managing several sites. So plus,
but why so difficult to get
you
good
can
site?
You can survey as well as be guided by it. So your excavators can save points and show what they've dug, a bit like an as-built survey. But so you've got documentation of what has been dug, and it backs up to the cloud, so you can see what's been done.
So you can see live progress on the site, and if it's a larger company and there are multiple diggers.
Yeah.
And they have multiple staff. They actually know whether they've been working or sitting next to the tractor and smoking.
Yeah.
And watching YouTube videos.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. This is actually good. This is good for. But the clients that you sell, is it mainly like small companies or larger with multiple people?
Historically, it's been the big ones, but it's filtering down to smaller groundworks companies.
Smaller.
It always starts out like that, you know. The tier 1s make the big investment, because they've been, Highways England said that you have to use machine control on the job, so they have to, it's dictated to them, and then that filters down.
Yeah, because you see, that's what I said. Maybe the client wants it. Maybe whoever is the end user also wants that it's safe and secure, but whoever is building it is like, let's just do it. And then when there is this, like you said, that they are putting some actually legislation or law or rules in place, you have to have it, then this is when they are jumping on. And that's why I said these are your clients, and how then you sell them your solution, because for them it's like, well, clients are bang, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I don't really care what's happening after. It's like,
Yeah.
I dig the hole, that's it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think it is down to actually educating everyone. It's actually down to getting people know what can go wrong, and this way you save them, and this way you actually also help the industry to move forward to a better way of doing it, potentially saving money. But then I think it's all about educating also the client of the diggers.
Yeah.
Because when you educate the client of the digger, who instructs the diggers, then they're gonna say, well, what is that you use? The same, like, for example, for me, educating architects about the advantages of the scanner, even though they will not buy the scanners, but then they'll use the surveying companies, and then they're gonna say you, well, what is that you do? You go with a measure tape, or you use a laser scanner? If you don't have a laser scanner, they know the downfalls and they know the things that can go wrong.
Yeah.
And then they're going to be the ones who actually will be promoting your sale.
Yeah, and they'll say, I need an E57 point cloud or whatever.
Yeah.
And then suddenly the measuring tape doesn't become viable.
Well, we had a situation where a client comes over and he said, I need a point cloud but colored, because they had actually a guy who done the point cloud survey, and the quality wasn't that good because, well, I don't know what scanner he was using, probably some old one. The density wasn't there, and it wasn't colored, and they not only needed to have the structural elements because it was actually a warehouse, they needed the elements and actually the machines inside, because they were like doing some equipment.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it's not enough. For walls, yeah, you have few points, that's the wall, you build the
But
wall.
if you're doing MEP, you need all the ducts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when it's busy, and there's a lot of pipes and a lot of things happening, the color of the point cloud helps you to identify what's happening there.
Yeah, it's a big...
But this guy didn't know what they want, so he straight away came and said, well, this is what I want.
Yeah.
Well, it's about educating the people, and because I also heard this, that only 2% of people are your clients. 98% is your potential clients, because I can prove it to you. If you ask someone, what's that you want to do in your life? How many people will say, I want to do this? They will say, I don't know, I need time to think about this.
Yeah.
Those who know what they want to do in their life, well, it's a tough question. I'm not saying it's a light question, but it's a tough question. Then they go like, okay, I want to do this. And then, for example, if I want to become the athlete in swimming, for example, and you'll say, Peter, let's go, I don't know, traveling somewhere, hiking. I'll say, hiking is good, mountain is good, I really like, it's nice company, all fun, but thanks no, because I need to train for swimming.
Yeah, I think you've missed out on the Olympics though.
I am improving my swimming every day there. Yesterday, 1 kilometer.
Very good.
Yeah.
Have you been to Beckenham Park? It's great. It's a swimming lake. You're in there with the ducks.
I've been in the Hyde Park.
Yeah. So Hampstead's great as well.
Yeah.
Hampstead's quite easy from here.
We need to do one swimming here.
Yeah. Today.
5:30.
5:30. I pick up my daughter at 6. So
That's why I said about the marketing. Marketing is actually trying to help clients understand what they want, what they need, and if you are what they need, then helping them out with this.
yeah.
Good news is this: 98% they don't know. When you help them to find out what they need, and let's say there is many companies who don't even know about these options, what they can, how they can earn money, and especially now in the challenging times when the living cost is going up. I also seen now a client that is an architect. We were doing surveys for them, but now what they do, they actually started a surveying company themselves.
Yeah.
So, because we showed them how it's done, we showed them the benefits, we showed them what the laser scanning can do.
And then they brought it in-house.
And then they brought it in-house.
Yeah, we have people that do that as well, you know.
Look, I'm not even complaining about this. I'm just saying, this is a way of showing that people learn. And if you can teach them and if you can help them in a way, well, in this case, the clients are not buying from us anymore. But in your case, if you say, well,
they can buy from me now.
Yeah, they can buy from you now. And you can say, look, there is a business opportunity. You can add this to your services, okay?
Yeah.
Because they don't know, you help them. And then it's like, okay, then is your video. This is what you get. This is how you can expand. And there's a video how to do it. And this is how you do it.